Every single night, LGBT people get in their beds, turn out the light, and instead of closing their eyes and going to sleep like their friends and their parents and their colleagues, they stay awake and stare at the ceiling fearing the next day. What the President of the United States said today, the first President of the United States said today, is that he cares for them. He is their president, he is standing up for them, and he believes that they too are equal under the law. And that is incredibly significant. I also think that it is we will never have another president, Democrat or Republican, that opposes gay marriage.
Let me turn to Bill Donohue. Bill Donohue, you don't agree with this. What was your reaction to what the president did today?
Well, it all started with our friend Mr. Joseph Biden from Delaware on Meet the Press, didn't it? He brought the guy out and he has to come clean. As you properly said, Obama's always liked the idea of two men getting married. He had to change because he wanted to become president. And he said he invoked his Christian mores, right? He said he was a Christian, and Christians don't believe in two men getting married. Now today, he had to wiggle with that, didn't he? So he said, well, I'm going to invoke the golden rule. The problem with the golden rule idea is that it covers the marriage of Patricia and Alan Muth. Patricia and Alan Muth are brothers and sisters. They went into the courts and argued that they have a right to get married. Now, I want to ask this gentleman here, does he have a problem with that?
Okay, well, do you have a problem with that?
Look, the gentleman brings up the golden rule, and the golden rule really is something that most all of us were taught. I know my mom in Arkansas taught me the golden rule.
What about the Mutes?
And
what about the couple,
and I learned
the brothers and sisters who want to get married? Do you have a problem with that, sir?
Answer his point.
Sure, I find what he's saying to be ridiculous.
It's in the courts.
No, I don't support that, and I don't think any Americans would support that. This is about two loving couples wanting to make the lifetime commitment of wanting to make the lifetime commitment.
Let me ask you, Bill Donohue, what essentially is your problem personally?
Oh, it's very simple.
With two loving Americans getting married.
It's absolutely very simple. I have a doctorate in sociology from NYU, and I know what the literature says. The literature is definitive. There's one gold standard for children. That is, there's no substitute for a marriage between a man and a woman. I want the law to discriminate against straight people who live together. I used to call it shacking up. Now it's called cohabitation. I want the law to discriminate against all alternative lifestyles, against gays and unions. I want to promote and to put in a privileged position that institution of marriage between a man and a woman, which has been shown over and over and over again to be the gold standard, the blue chip standard.